Oh, what is Yipskis, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GxGamerCast. We're on episode 193 of my little gaming show where once a week I just has to talk about video games, whether they're new video games that I'm playing today, old video games that I grew up with, it doesn't matter. Video games. And today we are taking a look at one of my favorite franchises in recent memory, and that is the Yakuza Like a Dragon franchise. I have played Infinite Wealth, and I will be reviewing that game today, and there is definitely some things I got to say about this game, because it pissed me off in ways I haven't experienced in a little while. So, yes, this game raged me like no other, and I'll tell you the story about that. But before we get into that story, let me tell you what I've been up to over the last week or so, as I always encourage you, the viewer, the listener. Let me know what y'all have been up to over the last whatever amount of time. It is getting closer to summertime, so let me know, what are your summer-themed games? Any good summer-themed games? I would actually put this game right here, Infinite Wealth, in a good summer game, because you're in Hawaii, it's nice and sunny, it's beautiful, it's awesome. So good spring, summertime game would be this one, but give me your recommendations for that, any movies you're watching right now, and let me know if you're diving in a movie I think I've seen before, but I wasn't 100% sure if I've seen it, so I just watched it anyway, and that was 1917. It's a war movie. It's about basically this kid. He is tasked with giving a message to a platoon of soldiers that are about to go off on this big epic attack, and it's going to go wrong. Like, they're going to get slaughtered. The Germans are waiting for them. It's a trap. It's bad. So this guy's got to run a ridiculous distance through a very not safe area and deliver the message in time before it is too late. And yes, it's a very intense movie. A lot of very intense scenes. The drama is there, but the best part about this movie by far is the way that it is shot. So this is the movie that is shot to make it look like it was a one-take movie, so it looks like it's just one ongoing scene, and they did a phenomenal job at making it look like that. There are some scenes I was absolutely blown away with, like I have no idea how they did it, make it look so smooth, and just the editing is amazing. There's one scene towards the ending where he just takes off. He jumps out of the trench, and everyone's running, and there's bombs going off and whistles blowing, and it's just crazy. And it's this epic one shot, and he is just running. He is slamming into people. He's falling down. It is ridiculous. It was a beautifully shot movie. Absolutely gorgeous. Like, I couldn't count on my hands and toes how many gorgeous visuals there are in this movie. This is a stunning movie. I would have loved to have seen this one in theaters, like on an IMAX or something like that. It would have been freaking crazy. But this movie holds up. It's not that old anyway, but it's still a really good war movie. I love war movies, so I've seen damn near all of them. And 1917 was one I couldn't remember if I did actually watch it or not. I'm getting it confused with Dunkirk. I can't remember if I've seen Dunkirk or not, but I'm like 80% sure I've seen this movie already, and it's worth a second watch. I really enjoyed it. The scenes were great. The acting's unreal. But yeah, you got to check it out just to see how it's filmed. There is, like, the longest scene they filmed was a 10-minute uninterrupted scene, which is incredible for filmmaking. Like, that's insane. Watch anything on TV right now, and you're going to see a bunch of jump cuts and edits and all this stuff, and this movie just doesn't do that, and it's really refreshing. It is awesome. So I'd hit that with an 8.5 out of 10. Really enjoyed that. Where did I watch? I think that was on Prime, so you can watch that there. Finished off season 22 of Survivor, Redemption Island. So they have this island, so you get voted off. Instead of just going home right away, you go to this island, you have a chance to win your way back into the game. So a really interesting concept. They brought back Boston Rob and Russell for this season, because I guess they have a rivalry going on. They wanted to see who was the best. Boston Rob ends up winning the season, kind of predictably. Kind of saw it coming. I knew Boston Rob wins at some point, and I figured, well, he hasn't won yet, so it's probably this season, and he goes off and wins it pretty good. There was one character I really liked. His name was Matt, and he was a really religious guy, but he got sent to Redemption Island, like, pretty much right away, and he spent pretty much the whole entire game on Redemption Island, which is an island you're all by yourself. You have to fend for yourself, cook your own meals, start your own fires, get your own shelter, all that stuff. And he spent pretty much the whole game there. He won 10 Redemption Island challenges. He just would not be denied. He wins himself back into the game only to get voted right back into Redemption Island. Like, I felt really bad for him. I really enjoyed his game. I was rooting for him, was hoping he would win, but just wasn't in the cards for him. But really fun season right there. I'd hit it with a 7 at that. The thing I didn't like about this season is how predictable it was. This is we're in the very formulaic era of Survivor, the game right now, where people just find a group. They're like, all right, we got a group of 6. We are not going to waver. We are this group of 6. We're going to stick together to the end. We're going to take each other to the end. And you just watch them slowly eliminate every competitor. And it's pretty much cut and paste. Like, they've been doing this for numerous seasons in a row now. Especially when they're bringing back people who have already played the game, they know what to do, so they do this strategy over and over again. It works for them, so we'll see where it goes once they start changing up the game a little bit more. But adding in Redemption Island was pretty cool. 7 out of 10. Still watching Invincible season 4. I'm into it, but I'm not as into it as I used to be. I'm kind of kicking myself now. I should have rewatched the show like from the beginning and just went into it and got all the way in and just did that again. But started back on season 4. I'm a little lost, I'm like, it's been a while. I haven't been in the groove for Invincible, but I'm watching it. It's great. It's still Invincible. There's lots of great fights and lots of blood and gore and all that stuff. Really good. But I would say I'm not enjoying it as much as other seasons, but from what I'm hearing, it's about to ramp up. So I'm only on episode 4 or 5, something like that. So it's supposed to ramp up. We'll see where that one goes. Watched Peacemaker Season 1. That has been on my list for a very long time. My wife and I have been waiting for more seasons to come along. There's only 2 seasons. I don't know if they're doing any more than 2 seasons, but we watched the first one. Wow. What a show. What a show. That was excellent. I loved it from front to back. My wife and we crushed the whole season in one sitting. Kind of embarrassing, but we did it, and I enjoyed it. Like, not only does it have one of the best intros to a show I've ever seen, like the actual intro, not the first scene of the show, but the actual intro of the show. It's got this hilariously choreographed dancing with John Cena and all the cast members of the show. It's freaking awesome. The music is phenomenal in the show. Such a great soundtrack. It's funny. It's got blood. It's got guts. It's got a little bit of everything, man. It's one of the better superhero shows I have watched. There's a lot of them out there right now, but do not miss Peacemaker. It's got John Cena in it. He's crushing it in the role. Like, I really enjoy his acting. I love John Cena. I used to hate John Cena back in the early days of his wrestling when he was just getting forced down our throats. I couldn't stand John Cena, but over the last 10 years or so, he's become one of my favorite celebrities of all time. Just a genuinely great human being. He's funny. He's so likable, and I really, really have been enjoying everything that I've seen him in acting-wise. I've really enjoyed him. Peacemaker might be his best role that he has done so far, but it's awesome. Don't miss it. It's on Crave, so watch that show. And not done yet. Lots of watching this week. Watch the Hulk Hogan Real American documentary. 4-part series on Netflix. It was awesome. It was awesome. Now, I will admit, there was a lot of repeated stories. The WrestleMania 1 story I've heard a million times over and over and over again. WrestleMania 3, how he picks up Andre the Giant and slams him and how big that was. Okay, I've heard that story a zillion times. But it does get into the nasty stuff of Hulk Hogan's life. Like, it talks about his controversies, talks about a lot of the bad stuff that he did. I think it was a very well done documentary. My only takeaway from it is there's this Donald Trump section that is in the movie, or in the documentary, that I absolutely hated. Took me out of it, completely took me out of the documentary. I was like, ew, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this Trump love shit? And I hated it. But other than that, the documentary had me in tears at the end of it. I was holding back, sobbing like a baby. I was holding back the tears, but I couldn't. The tears were rolling down by the end of it. The ending is very, very sad. It is super duper sad. Obviously Hulk Hogan passed away recently. They touch on that, and just some of the interviews you see, the footage, just how well it was edited. It was crushing. It absolutely crushed me. I was crying like a little baby by the end of it. So yes, I highly recommend it. The only thing that sucked about it was the Trump stuff. So fast forward through that and you should be good. Other than that, I feel like they touched on everything. Now, admittedly, I haven't been all over Hulk Hogan's career after like Hogan Knows Best. That's kind of like where I stopped kind of following around with Hulk Hogan. I heard about the racist remarks, the sex tape. It's all in there. They talk about it. Maybe not in an abundance of detail, but it's there. It's definitely, they talk about it in the documentary, and it was awesome, man. I loved it. 9 out of 10. Freaking, you definitely got to check out this documentary, especially if you're not a wrestling person. Like, the stories are really good. Like, if I heard the WrestleMania story for the first time, it's a great story. WrestleMania 3, that's a great story. That's really cool. And all the other shit that Hogan did, the Hulkamania, like, of course, they get into Hulkamania and how wild it was, how big of a celebrity Hulk Hogan was. He might have been the biggest guy in the world in the 80s. I don't know. Like, he was very, very big, and they get into all that. So it was a very well done documentary. Really enjoyed it. 9 out of 10. Let's talk video games. Not a lot of video gaming. Playing a lot of, finished off Infinite Wealth. I literally finished it off today. Finally, I didn't know if I was going to finish this game or not. I will get to the story, but there was a moment there where it looked like I wasn't finishing this game, and thankfully I got back to it. I put on my strapped up my boots, and I got my gaming boots on, and I finished this game off, motherfucker. But finished off Infinite Wealth. Been playing a lot of Pocopia. I'm on like the 5th area now with the like Sky Islands. It's getting wild, bro. They're constantly like drip feeding you new stuff, new mechanics, new building stuff, obviously new Pokemon and building materials and stuff like that. It's just a really addicting video game. Everyone that I know that's playing it right now, Kyle, my homie Kyle, is playing it. He's addicted to it. His fiance is addicted to it. I imagine my wife would be addicted to it if I would let her play it, but I'm too busy playing it, so she hasn't gotten into it yet. But Pocopia, bro, when I do the episode on it, it's going to be revolving around the question, is Pocopia worth buying a Switch 2 for? So that's what we're going to be doing. Maybe next week, the week after that, we'll see where it goes, but that will be coming rather shortly, because I am plowing through Pocopia. I have no idea how much time I'm going to put into this game. It looks like it's the type of game that you can put in as much as you want, and I don't know where the ending of this game is. Don't really see it in sight right now. I'm just highly enjoying myself, taking my time, building up my island the way I want it, making my Pokemon happy, and yes, I am constantly smiling playing this game. New Pokemon popping up all the time. I'm just loving it. Like a Blastoise showed up on my island the other day, and I was like over the moon about it. I was losing it because I love Blastoise, one of my favorite Pokemon. And it's delightful, man. It's absolutely delightful, so I can't wait to talk more in depth about this game and answer that question, is it worth buying a Switch 2 for? The homie Kyle literally bought a Switch 2, a week or two after I bought mine, and I definitely was a bad influence on him. He was not going to get it. Now he's got one, so Pocopia, baby, Pocopia. It is a special little video game right there. And I've also started playing Gears of War 4 with the homie Jesse. So we got into that. We're probably over halfway through the game now. We're going to probably try and finish it off tonight. And it's actually shockingly awesome. Now, obviously, the story of Marcus and that group is over. You're not playing as Marcus anymore. You're actually playing as Marcus's son, JD. And Marcus is in the game. He's still there, but you're not playing as him. So I'm really enjoying it. The gameplay is awesome. Might be the best gameplay in the series so far. And the graphics are unfucking believable. That game still looks so freaking good. Like, they could release it today and it would be one of the best looking games out there. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm jealous. Homie Jesse, he's playing it absolutely unlocked on his PC, so that it is running and looking top notch. I can only personally imagine. I think he said it was running at like 200 FPS or some shit like that. I'm stuck over here at 60 FPS. Like, oh my goodness. So really jealous about that, but really enjoying Gears of War 4. I don't really remember much about Gears of War 4 other than like it wasn't my Gears of War that I remember. It's a little different now, but it's actually still really good. Really enjoying it. We'll see what my opinions are when I get to Gears of War 5, because I remember not liking that game, so we'll see when I get to that one. Not really looking forward to that game, but I will play it again and see what happens. It's we'll see what happens with Gears 5. Other than that, I purchased one video game. I purchased the Talos Principle on my Switch 2. It was like $3. Said, why not? It's one of those indie games, whether you love it or hate it. It's got great reviews. Talos Principle 2 is out. That's got great reviews. I don't really know much about it. It's like a puzzle game or some shit. I'll get to it when I get to it. I'll add it to my indie pile. And hoping, I'm building up that collection on Switch, my indie games. So I'm really liking that. Lots of good deals for indie games on Switch, or pretty much anywhere. You can get indie games really cheap. Highly recommend it. Always keep your eye out for a good deal. $3 for the Talos Principle. You really can't. I couldn't say no. Even if it's a game that I may never play, I don't care. I'll add it to my collection for $3. Why not? That's really cool. And there we go, everybody. That's everything I've been up to over the last week or so. Let me know what y'all have been up to, and let's get into it. Let's talk about Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and I gotta tell you how this game pissed me off so bad. I didn't think I was gonna finish this game. My goodness, I feel like I just came out of some sort of club or something like that, and I'm definitely not the clubbing type. But anyway, let's talk about Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. This is from the Like a Dragon Yakuza series, and there's two kind of main lanes that I'll talk about with the Yakuza series. You have the beat-em-up style starring Kiryu, and then you have the RPG style starring Ichiban Kasuga, and that is the game we're playing today, the second game in that franchise. So the sequel to Like a Dragon, Like a Dragon, I think it was just called Yakuza Like a Dragon, honestly. I think that's all it was called. Don't think it had a name. But this is an RPG, action RPG with an open world kind of situation you got going on. This game originally released January 26, 2024, so it's not that old. It's only a couple years old, and time flies, man. Like this was like tops on my list since I played the first game, and this game was instantly tops of my list. I need to play this, and it came out on, I believe you can play it on Game Pass now. It's on the PlayStation Plus network, I believe, also, and you can get it dirt cheap. I actually purchased it for like $26, which is an incredible deal, so I couldn't say no. And of course, it came out on all my streaming platforms right after I paid money for it. I don't care. It is a game that I would love to own in my collection forever and always, so I'm fine with purchasing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, but it is an RPG, and you star mainly as Kasuga, Ichiban Kasuga. I don't want to spoil. There's a major thing that happens in the game where it kind of splits into two, and there's like two sides of the game, but I don't want to spoil that for people that haven't gotten to this game yet or haven't gotten into the franchise, because it's a big fucking deal. It's a huge deal when that happens. Took me by surprise. I was like, whoa, I didn't even recognize it. It's not even really a spoiler. Like, if you look at the cover of the video game, you'll probably be able to figure it out. I couldn't figure it out, so I'm dumb, but that's just me anyway. So you start out this game playing as Ichiban. He is back again with his friends, the familiar group that you got introduced to in the first game. Namba, Saiko, did I say Namba already? Anyway, you got the original group is back again along with Ichiban, and this time you start out, you're working at this Hello Work, which is a very well-known establishment from the first game, and you're actually working there now. Kasuga is like a completely different looking person. Like, he is not the wild-haired guy that we're used to, rocking the red burgundy suit, looking good as fuck. No, Ichiban's got his hair slicked back, tied up in a ponytail. He's looking all proper, wearing like a suit, and he's working. He is working at Hello Work, and he is helping allegedly helping former Yakuza get work after life in the Yakuza, which is very difficult to do. So Ichiban has kind of become a really well-known person at Hello Work, and it kind of gets him into some trouble. He ends up getting randomly fired without much of an explanation, so shit gets weird. eventually, you find out about your birth mother, and she is living in Hawaii. So you go to Hawaii to go meet your mother. And of course, things go wrong. Fucking these groups show up, and they're all controversial, and they're doing some really nasty shit. And you got to put a stop to that, and also find your mother, and also be a friend to all your friends, and just be the best person ever. I've talked about Ichiban Kasuga before. If you go back to the last episode, 2 episodes ago, top 25 characters, my favorite characters, Ichiban is all over that episode because he is one of my favorite characters of all time. He is the man. He is the man. He is so nice, so caring, so intense and passionate. I love Ichiban Kasuga. Definitely one of my favorite, if not my favorite character in video games right now. Like, he is just absolutely delightful. And I'll admit, the ending of this game brought a tear to my eye because of how there's an ending scene with Kasuga. He is just, and it's so Kasuga. It is the most Kasuga thing ever, and it brought a tear to my eyes. I've been very emotional this week. It's been a very emotional week. Been crying all over the place, and that's got to stop. I got to stop this. So anyway, you got a new setting in this game. You are playing in Japan, but you also get this new area in Hawaii, which is really interesting. Brand new, which is refreshing for the series. Yakuza games are notorious for reusing assets, which I'm not really against. I'm completely fine with that. I've always been curious why companies don't reuse their maps. Like, for example, Fallout. All right, you got this big, beautiful DC map, and you're never going to see it again. Like, why not? Like, why not bring back the map, add some new shit, tweak it and tune it up a little bit, make it look as nice as possible, and use that again. Like, I would love to revisit DC in a new modern look and all that stuff. I think it'd be really amazing. Why don't games reuse their maps more often? Like Yakuza does very effectively. I've been in this Jinsho area, and it hasn't changed. Like, I remember where certain stores are. I remember where the batting cage is. I remember where Hello Work is. So it's not a negative. It's actually kind of refreshing because when you come back, you're like, there's the building that I remember. Oh, there's my favorite restaurant that I used to go to all the time. And like, oh, here's this street where this went down. It's awesome. Like, you build memories in these cities that you are in the Yakuza games. So I actually really highly approve of the way that they are reusing their assets. They're doing it in a very effective way. And that's how they get games out fast. Like, you look at these games. There's a new Yakuza game like every single year. There's the pirate one that just came out. There's more coming. Kiwami 3 just came out. Like, they are just firing out games at a rapid pace. It's very impressive. And how they do that is reusing assets. And they, like I said, they just do it in a really effective way. But this time, you get a brand new area to explore, and it is awesome. It's huge. It's expansive. It's just as deep and full of life as the other places, the other locations in the Yakuza games. There's so many restaurants, mini games, and all this shit. So it's awesome. So we're pretty much already into graphics and presentation now, but I'll just kind of talk about the graphics. It's a really good looking game. I can't decide if this is a AAA game or a AA game. I'm thinking it's AA because of the reused assets. It's not like gonna knock your socks off necessarily. I think it's a really, really top-notch looking AA video game. Like, the character models are actually really impressive. The facial expressions are really good. And they need to be in this game because it's pretty story heavy. There's a lot of story going on. There's a lot of drama going on in these games. And the fact that they have really top-notch facial animation brings the characters to life, brings the drama to life in these pretty epic scenes that are going on. And so it's a good looking game. Lots of color, especially in Hawaii. It's bright and colorful and sunny, and it's a really nice place to be. Of course, you get the classic area. You get to go back to Komarocho, which is dope. So this game is just huge. It is absolutely huge. You get these, like, I think 3 huge areas that you can explore, and they all have their own fucking shit going on, their own mini games, their own shops, their own restaurants, their own side activities to do. It is very impressive, the size and scale of this game. And like I said, I think other companies should utilize, like, if you already have a big expansive map. Let's just say, for example, one of the new games, Crimson Desert. If they do Crimson Desert 2, what would it be so bad to go back into the same world again? Like, I just don't think that's a negative. Let me know if I'm wrong. Is that a negative in your eyes? I guess it comes down to how it's done, right? If it's completely just copy and paste and everything's the exact same and it's lazy and there's like nothing new, then obviously, yeah, that's bad. But if they do it the way that Yakuza does it and they're adding in all these new things and they're also like putting down memories that you've built in other games. So like you go to this corner that you've been to before and like they'll play you a little cutscene of what's happened here before. You're like, oh fuck, the memories. Like a lot of it goes over my head because there's a lot of Yakuza games I haven't played personally. There's a ton of these games. I've only played, this is my 5th one, and there's probably like 17 to 20 of them. So like spin-off games, there's so freaking much. There's so many. Anyway, game's good looking. The presentation's really good. It's just a big game. Lots to explore. We'll go to the sound design now, and we'll talk about some of the characters. I already kind of went into depth with Ichiban, but Ichiban has some of the best voice acting I have ever heard in a video game. He brings that character to life so well, so freaking good. Like you could just hear the passion in his voice and just how much he cares about his friends and everything like that. Absolutely love it. And there are some newcomers in this game as well that, breathe in some new life. You got newcomer Tomizawa. He's pretty cool, man. Like he ends up robbing you at the beginning of the game. Then you guys become good friends because that's Ichiban, man. Like you can rob Ichiban and he'll still try and be your friend. Like he might sound like a bit of a pushover, but by no means is he a pushover. He can kick the shit out of you if you piss him off and all that good stuff. But Ichiban is the man. Tomizawa is also the man. Really enjoyed this new character right here. He's in Hawaii, so he's more of a Hawaiian-based character. Really enjoyed him. And Son-hee, also enjoyed her. She was a great new character. Lots of attitude. I think they called her Chitose. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But the new people were good. Let's talk about the soundtrack. The soundtrack is so friggin' good. I love the techno house music soundtrack from all the battles that you're in. It's really awesome. It's very catchy. Really enjoy the music in this game. They have lots of returning classic jams from the Yakuza franchise. The classic, like, I'm doing a speech about how important friendship is, and they have that classic song that plays, like, friendship is just so important, It doesn't matter if things go wrong, as long as you have a good friend with you, everything's gonna turn up okay. And they just go on and on and on, and then they have the just so many classic jams that I'm familiar with are returning in this game. So it's nostalgic. It's very good. Like I have no problem with them reusing songs and so on and so forth. I think it's completely fine. And there's also an outstanding violin orchestrated track with shredding guitar solos during the triple legendary Yakuza fight. So obviously it's a very epic fight, which needs an epic soundtrack, and it might be the most epic soundtrack song in the game. It is crazy. Like they just keep adding layers. It's like, here's the violins, and then here's shredding guitars. You're like, oh my god, my face is melting off. It was so good. I really enjoy the soundtrack in Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. There we go. I'm struggling with the name, man. I'm absolutely struggling. But the music is one of my favorite aspects of the game. It goes like Ichiban, then the music, and then like the combat and everything, so on and so forth, the crazy, silly moments. But it's up there. The music really brings this game together. The techno beats, fuck yeah. Absolutely love it. Bring it on. Keep them coming. All right, now we make it to the gameplay. So like I said, the game is a turn-based action RPG, but makes it stand out from your typical action RPG. You got, I'm a thief class, I got my warrior class, my archer class. No, not in this game. You don't have any of that shit. You got weird classes like chefs, homeless person, hero, cabbie, surfer, Hawaiian fire spinner, a housemaid, so on and so forth. So you are anything but your typical RPG class. So you are using microphones, you're using feather dusters, you do have some weapons. You have katanas, nunchucks. You got just a wide variety of, and just uniqueness. That's what made me fall in love with the game initially. Was I'm playing as a homeless person right now, and he throws bird seeds on people and has pigeons attack them. Like, this is fucking awesome. So that is essentially what you're getting here. You got a group of 4 people. They each have their own classes, and it's turn-based style, but it stands out so good. I love the classes. They're so goofy. The game takes itself very seriously, but it's very goofy at the same time. So, like, from one moment, it's this epic fucking heart-pounding scene, and the next thing you know, there's fucking aliens coming from the skies, and fucking cows are flying all over the place, and, like, you're like, what is going on with this game right now? There's so much variety to it, but to the gameplay, the turn-based, action RPG gameplay is pretty good. My cats are getting fed. Sorry about that. There's going to be a little bit of noise. But you use button prompts to deal extra damage or block incoming damage, similar to games like Paper Mario, where you press the button at the right time, do a little bonus damage, press the button at the right time, defend yourself, you take a little bit of reduced damage, so they have that in here, which I feel is a must for a modern RPG. You can't just have the player sitting there doing nothing but watching the animations of the combat going ahead. No, get them involved. That's why I love Legend of Dragoon so much growing up as a kid, because it got you involved with the combat. You're pressing buttons and different combinations and patterns, and it was fun. It got me engaged with it. But I will admit, it does get pretty repetitive because you use the button prompts, but it's the same button prompts for pretty much everything. You're rather pressing triangle or you're mashing square. That's it. That's all you're doing. So you press triangle at the right time, boom, you're good, or you're mashing square. That's it. You don't do anything else. You don't press fucking circle, you don't press X. No, it is triangle and square. That is it. That's all you have, but there's so much variety in the moves and the classes. There's tons of classes that you can choose. I admittedly kind of stuck to one lane because there was a trophy I was chasing after. So I didn't change up the classes as much as I did in the first game, which definitely burnt me out at times, where I was like, oh, I'm the same class. I've been doing the same moves for fucking 17 straight hours. It's getting I'm a little bit done with it, but I can't really put it as a negative because there are so many different attacks. There's so many different classes. There's so much different shit to look at, and it's so unique and funny and goofy and serious at the same time. It's just so unique, and I love it. It just stands out in such a good way. I really enjoy the combat, but there's more to the combat. So you move in a little area. So every time it's your turn, you got this like kind of square circle around you. That's your fighting area, and you can do shit in that area. You can move in that area. So, for example, they have like a little arrow that shows you the direction you're going to attack, and it can send enemies flying across. It can have them smash into other enemies. You can have them smash into your party members, and they'll do even more damage, like bonus attack. It is really fun. You can move the character around behind the enemy, and you get like bonus back damage attacks. You can get combo attacks. You move closer to one of your party members, you can do a combo attack, but everyone's moving. So everyone's moving around. So it's an active live battlefield. Your enemies are moving around. Your party members are moving around. So you have to be strategic where you're standing, and you want to make sure you're getting the most damage out of every attack that you can. So you want to make sure, if I can line up an attack to get them to bump into each other and do extra damage, you do that. So it's kind of fun. There's a little element of strategy there. I wouldn't say it's to the level of like Sea of Stars, where there's like some legitimate strategy to the battling. Now there is, of course, it is an RPG. There is strategy to this game, but it's not very deep. To me, anyway. I'm an RPG veteran. I've been playing RPGs my whole entire life. As early as I can remember, I was playing Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy, and it's pretty basic to me, but again, the variety is there. I just love the uniqueness, and you can also grab weapons and stuff like that. So if there's a bicycle on the ground in your little circle, you go over to the bicycle, boom, you pick up the bicycle and you smash it over their heads and stuff like that. So you're using the environment, you can smash them in the walls, it's really cool. So it adds a little bit of different, like, not every battle is technically the same. Every battle feels a little bit different from the other ones, but yeah, it's pretty cool. That is basically the gist of the combat. You have all the other basic RPG stuff. You're collecting, you got your health items, your MP items. You have magical power, so you can only use your special attacks so often. You have normal attacks, you can block, you can run, you can do all that shit, the normal shit. You can get equipment, so you can get like hats, swords, new armor, new shoes, shit like that to make yourself more powerful. And that is, you're collecting that all throughout the game, from fights, from side missions, and all that stuff. So what are you doing in this game necessarily? So you have the main quest, you have your main mission like any other RPG. You have your main situation, which is Ichiban looking for his mama and, dealing with this Pelicana business. There's this group of, it seems like do-gooders. Like, it seems like they're doing good things, but there's definitely a dark undertone to this Pelicana group that you find out about, and we have to stop them and make sure that that's not happening. And the main quest, it kind of boiled down to, it's generally going to be, you got a cutscene, you get a fight, maybe a little more cutscene, story development, character development, so on and so forth. And then you have the other stuff. So all the other stuff that you get to do in this game, there's tons of side stories to do. Like, we're talking 70, 80, 100 plus side stories to get into. And there's so many different fucking varieties. There's really goofy ones. There's really serious ones, there's like just normal ones, but here's some that really stood out to me. So one, I came by, we're on the beach, and I come across this group of rockers who need wind for their music video, but there's no wind. So they're like, how do we get wind? So we go and find a wind shaman to summon up a windstorm. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is a wind shaman? What is going on here? And it turns out he just uses a giant fan and hides it. So it's just like, what the fuck? That was ridiculous. You bring your pet lobster, Nancy, to the beach. She ends up falling in love with like another crab, and then you need to help court that crab, and then that crab gets attacked by some bad people. They steal its shell. You got to go fucking track down the shell, beat the shit out of some baddies, go back, help your homie Nancy out, get some fucking crab pussy, you know what I'm saying, dog? Anyway, that's unnecessary, but you get some reoccurring things. So in the first game, there was this giant vacuum cleaner, like robotic vacuum cleaner. I literally have one that looks just like it in the video game. I call it Earl. I have a little vacuum that vacuums my house automatically, and it looks just like that. You come across it again in this game. You're like, oh fuck, there's that freaking robot. What's wrong with it this time? What's going on with it? Well, it turns out it's got a rogue AI, and it's sucking up people, and it's sucking up anything but garbage, and it's bad. It turns into, people are like, yo, I'm seeing something in the sky. There's a UFO. No, you're not seeing a UFO. It's just a giant vacuum cleaner that is gone rogue and is trying to kill everybody, and you got to try and stop it. So you run into that situation. That was going on. You got a boss fight against a couple of excavators. Like, again, like this happened in the first game, and you got to fight them again. It's just like, how many RPGs can you say that you fought an excavator, like some heavy machinery you're fighting? Like, have you ever punched an excavator before? It doesn't go very well, but it's very entertaining in this game to watch it. And you have a rematch against the heavy machinery after they are brilliantly brought back to life by two electric catfish. I know, it is as outrageous as it sounds. These catfish get thrown from an outrageous distance. They go into this little socket. Boom, the fucking engines are back on, and you're fighting these fucking heavy machineries yet again. It's like, what the hell is going on right now? I don't even know what is happening. You got some pretty unique boss fights. You got a boss fight against a giant, like, great white shark. And it was really tough and a grind to defeat. That thing was super strong. Now, I will get into my gripe with the difficulty in this game. There is definitely some pacing issues with this game. We'll get there. We're almost there. But you get some crazy boss fights against a giant shark, giant squid. That was fucked up. I hated that giant squid fight. That one was terrible because the squid would like suck you up. You go inside of it. Then you got to fight and get your way out from the inside, which is a pain in the ass. And it had a huge health bar, and it was strong as hell. That's just a kind of ongoing problem with this game. We'll get there. All right. So you have tons of side stories to do. They're crazy. And then you got mini games, tons of classic mini games. The arcade, you can go to the arcade, play some classic Sega games. You got darts, karaoke. You can take multiple choice exams on various subjects. So you can basically go to school, and you get a huge list of subjects from math, fucking geography, world history, Sega video games, like fucking trivia, a whole bunch of trivia questions, and you answer them in a multiple choice fashion, and it increases your level. So Ichiban and the other character have like their charisma and their style and these like kind of personality traits that you can level up throughout the game, and that'll unlock like different things. All of a sudden, like boom, you walk into this, you find this beautiful woman on the side of the street. Oh, my confidence isn't high enough, I can't talk to her yet. So you work on your confidence a little bit, you come back, you talk to her, she's got something for you now she's got this big epic quest that she's got you to do, or she's got this, I don't know what she's got something though, she's going to be doing something. So there's tons of mini games, returning mini games. You got poker, tons of freaking gambling games like Mahjong or whatever. I'm not going to learn these Japanese gambling games, not for me, but you got regular ones like blackjack, you got baseball, you got bowling, you got fucking, man, there's this weird dating mini game that there is too. I wasn't really fond of it, but it's there. You like create a profile, you talk to some ladies, if you think they're actually ladies. Most of the time they're big ugly men, but you're talking to people and then you try to get a date with them. It was interesting. It wasn't the best mini game by any means, but there's just so many mini games to do, and it really brings, it makes the game a lot of fun. There's a lot of variety in the game. You can take down some side missions, go play a little baseball, go play a little poker, come back, play some main mission, go back, do a little bit of, how about this? You have other side games to play. There's, what do we call, Sujimon battles. So you got these Sujimon battles. It's basically Pokemon. So you got Pokemon-like Sujimon battles. You use gacha machines to collect new rare Sujimon. You can evolve them into new, stronger Sujimon. You're battling other Sujimon trainers and working your way up. You're leveling up your Pokemon, your Sujimon. You're leveling them up, and the Sujimon are very weird. They're not like creatures or anything. They're all people, but they're like, oh, there's a chainsaw man, and there's a partier guy, and then there's like giant cheeseburger eating man, and like weird shit like that. And you can evolve them into like mega cheeseburger eating man, and it was actually really fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm a Pokemon nut. Now, it wasn't as fun as Pokemon is, but you go around battling trainers that get progressively stronger. You go take on gym leaders, you take out the gyms, you're getting badges. It is literally Pokemon, and collecting them was pretty fun. You find these little machines all over the place, you put in some money, they give you a bunch of new Sujimon to play with, and you can fucking upgrade them and evolve them and do all this shit with them. It was pretty damn fun. It was a lot of fun. So you got that you're doing. You're building bonds with your party, of course, so that's a big thing by finding out about them using a bingo card. So everywhere on the map, if you look on the map, there's like these little heart tag things, and that's basically little moments with your party, so you can learn about them. It's like, oh, they really like this, or their pet peeve is this, or their favorite food is this, or they really strive to be this, and you have this big bingo card that's filled with stuff, and you're leveling up the bingo card, and you're getting bingos, and you're learning more about your party character. Then you can have drink links with them. So you go to the bar, you got this drink link, which goes into like a story thing with your party characters. You learn even more about them. It's like the character development in this game is fantastic. You get very attached to the characters. You get into their stories. You just get really attached to these people. I really love these characters in this game, and I love interacting with them. I love finding out all about them and making my bingo card nice and full. And you go around finding old memories and reminiscing about old times. I kind of talked about that, but that also levels up your, I forget what it's called. It's like your body or something. Like you got these like 3 categories of your body that you're leveling up. I don't know. It's just something that is constantly leveling up. It's just something that's there. It doesn't really do anything other than level up, but it's there. So you go around and when you find these little scenes, you reminisce about it. It's like you're just memorizing stuff. You're like, oh fuck, I don't know, remember when I had to fight this guy here, and then he turned out to be a big Yakuza boss, and it's like, oh fuck. And they're reminiscing stuff from previous games. Like some of them I remember, I'm like, oh shit, that was from Yakuza 0, that was from Yakuza 1, but others are like, yo, this is from Yakuza 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, so on and so forth. And it's cool, man. Like if I played more Yakuza games, that would probably hit more with me, but other than that, it's just going around finding memories, and that's really cool. Oh, you also get this cute little segue. that takes you around everywhere. You know what a Segway is, right? Those little two-wheel things you get on, they ride around, you fall down on them really hard, but you get that to ride around. It's kind of cool. You can like set a waypoint and it'll automatically take you there. It'll just start driving on its own. It'll take you there. Admittedly, I didn't use it very much because it would more often than not get me into a fight that I don't want to go get into, because the world is just filled with enemies, right? There's random enemies all over the place. You can avoid them really easily in this game. Like, you just go around them, just take the other side of the street, take the long way home, just do that, and you can avoid a lot of fighting in this game, because there is a lot of fighting in Yakuza. There's tons of it, so it can get a little tedious at times. You're like, I really, really just want to go and play some baseball. I really don't want to fight anybody on the way there, so just leave me the fuck alone. They have taxis all over the place for fast travel, so it's really, really easy and inexpensive to get around all over the place, so you don't really have to worry about that. There's also a resort builder, believe it or not. Yeah, a whole entire resort builder. So you get this big island that's really, really dirty, and you got to turn it into a 5-star resort. So you start off, it's just covered in garbage and trash and just looks terrible. There's no buildings. Everything's dilapidated. It's not a good time. So you get this fucking island and you build it up from scratch, man. You take out all the garbage. You clear it all out by hand. You're fighting off these fucking pirates that are showing up and trying to dick with you because they're just dropping all their garbage there, and they're not happy that you're trying to turn it back into a resort, so they're always showing up and dicking with you. Not cool, but this is really fun. This resort builder, you're like, it's kind of like Pokopia, like a really kind of basic, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, slimmed down version of Animal Crossing and Pokopia, games like that. You got this big island, and you can customize it any way you want. You get all these items, chairs, cars, buildings, fucking anything you can think of. You can place it anywhere on the island. You're building little cottages for them. Like, you start out with tents, and eventually you level up. You got these cottages and like AAA cottages and S-rank cottages, and you're just inviting more and more people to the island. The more popular it gets, the more stuff you're putting on it. It's really fun. It was really addicting. I got really into it. It did get really tedious and grindy towards the end, where it wasn't fun taking out all the garbage. That took forever to get rid of all the garbage and finally clear out the areas so I can actually start building shit. But it was towards the end, like when you don't really have much left to build, I kind of filled out my island. I was just waiting for more customers to show up. That got really boring because you kind of have to wait around the island all day, and they give you shit to do. They're like, oh, go chop up some trees, go break some rocks, go check this out, go do this, go catch bugs, go fishing, go create a bunch of this, you have your own house that you can customize the inside of, so you can make your own little house and little safe area. It was really nice. I created a really nice house. Nice interior, lots of cool shit inside. I had my own gaming area with a arcade machine and pool table and all that shit. It was cool. You can upgrade the house. It was awesome, man. There was quite a lot of depth to it. Was it the most fun? I preferred the business owner or the business owning stuff in a Yakuza 0, where you're running the cabaret club. That was really fun. I found that stuff better than the resort builder, but the resort builder was really fun. Now, it might be because I'm playing a very similar style game, Pokopia, where I'm building up islands and stuff like that, so maybe I'm just not overly in the mood to do that, but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the resort builder, so yeah, that's pretty much all the shit you can do. So you have the main quest, side quest, mini games, Sujimon battles, the resort builder, memories, links, drink links with your friends, bonds with your friends. There's a ton to do in this game. You are never bored. There's always something going on. There's always something to do, something you want to go after. So you're never bored. You're never bored in this game. There's so much to do. The worlds are so full. There's barely any empty space in this world that there's not something to do, a battle to fight, a store to go into, shopping, a mini game to play. There's so much to do. So now we get to the part that almost ruined this game for me. This game gets very difficult towards the end for no reason. For absolutely no reason. They just crank up the difficulty 10 times what this game gave to you throughout. So you get to the final chapter. There's like 15 chapters in this game. It's a very long game. Took me just under 100 hours to complete, and there's a lot. So when I got to this final chapter, every chapter you do, they give you a recommended level. They're like, okay, you're going into this thing. We recommend you be level 20. We recommend you be level 30. We recommend you have 5-star equipment. We recommend you have 2-star equipment, so on and so forth. Then we get to the final chapter. We get no recommendations. We don't get any info. We don't get any, all right, it's going to be this, it's going to be, what they should have told us is, hey, this game is about to get insanely difficult. Make sure you complete everything before you take on this fight. And I mean everything, because you're going to be so underleveled if you don't do everything that you are going to get slaughtered like I did. I went in there, I was maybe 3 levels underneath. And then I got to the final boss, and then I was like 7 or 8 levels underneath. And this final boss was like one-shotting every character. He would go like 3 turns in a row and just wipe out my team. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? I just spent 2 hours fighting up this building to get to this final boss, and you're telling me he is 7 levels stronger than me. He can one-shot me. He can wipe out my party in no time. I had no warning about this. I had nothing. They didn't tell you that it was going to get this difficult. No warning, nothing. So I get there, get to the final boss fight, getting my ass pushed in. I'm like, this is impossible. I can't do this. There's no way to get out. There's no way to, without losing all your progress. There's no way to get out. There's no way to grind in the building that you're in. All the enemies, once you beat them, they're gone forever. So there's no grinding in that building that you can do. There's nothing you can do other than reload a save from a previous file before you went into that building and go grind, which is exactly what I had to do. Not happy. It took me 2 days to come back to this game and give it another chance. I was so mad. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you. It was the most pissed I've been at a video game in a long time, because I put damn near 100 hours into this game. I did everything. Like, I did almost everything in this game. I did every side mission. I got all the memories. I did all the drink links. I got all the best equipment. I'm as high a level as I can be. I did all the Sujimon stuff, did all the resort builder stuff, did all this, had tons of money, have everything that I think I need. And I still got my ass kicked. Not even close. It wasn't even a close fight. I got maybe 1/49th of his health bar down. And yeah, he would just kill me and kill me and kill me. And yeah, so that was not cool. I was very upset. I was ranting and raving about this game, like how broken it was. I was looking up on the internet. Lots of people had the exact same problem. They're like, why didn't they warn us? Why weren't we given like a recommendation? How come the boss is so much stronger than everybody all of a sudden? Like, what is this random ramp up in difficulty for no reason? So what I had to do was I had to reload a previous save, lose my 2 hours of progress that I had in that dungeon that I was in. I had to go to there's like 2 sets of dungeons you can go to, which are very tedious. I avoided them because they're tedious. They're these massive dungeons you go into. You're just fighting tons of enemies and saving hostages. It's very boring. It's very just grindy. Not a lot of fun. The only way I could do it is I throw on a podcast and I just grind my way through it. So I did. I grinded through 3 levels of this dungeon, which is like 15 floors or some shit like that. I leveled up, got up to the level of the boss, which was level 53, got my characters up to level 53, went in and kicked the shit out of that boss. I beat him first try, no problem. All the game had to do was tell me, hey, you gotta be level 50 something, okay? That's it. That's all they had to do to avoid 4 hours of nonsense. 4 hours of nonsense I had to go through to finally beat this boss, because the game didn't want to tell me what level I should be, even though they were telling me all throughout the rest of the game what level I should be. You decide at the final part of the game, no, we're not going to tell you shit. We're going to make you go into a 3-hour dungeon, waste your time, get to the end, only to be slaughtered by an overpowered boss with no warning. Unbelievable. I was furious, in fact, that I took this game off of all contention for the XCs. I took it out because I was like, I am not letting this broken ass game get any awards. Now that's all gone now. I calmed down, took a step back, took a couple days away, played some Pocopia, smoked some weed, fucking calmed down a little bit, came back, did my grind, beat that boss, got the final cutscene, got the final trophy, and fuck yeah, Bob's your uncle. And the ending got a tear out of me. Got some tears. So it was worth it all in the end. All said and done, all that work that I did, it was worth it because the game made me emotional. And I would say out of the 95 hours that I put into this game, 89 hours of it was a blast. 5 hours of it was a fucking nightmare. Actually, I'll go higher than that, probably 10 hours. Because let's just say the final 2 chapters were like this. Final 2 chapters were they crank up the difficulty like way higher than it needed to go. And those boss fights I talked about, the one against the great white shark and the squid, holy fuck, that took everything out of me. Like, it took every healing item that I had, it took everything. Like, they were so incredibly difficult, and I just scraped by the skin of my teeth, just barely getting through these fights. And that went for every single fight, even just grunts. They were overpowered. They were over-leveled. I'm like, what is going on? Why is this game so hard? And again, it was all over the internet. You look it up. You look up Infinite Wealth, final boss fight. You're going to see forums and just paragraphs of, this game is bullshit. This game is broken. It didn't warn me. I came in. I'm level 47. I got fucking destroyed, and so on and so forth. And I was like, yep, that's exactly what happened to me. And there's no good solution. The only solution is get out of that dungeon, go grind, go do the dungeon again, and beat that boss at a higher level. That's all you can do. I've seen people do it where they beat him at a lower level, but it was such a grind. It was so difficult. He would have been, if I fought him, if I kept fighting him the way that I was fighting him, that would have been the hardest boss I think I ever fought. Like, ever. Like, one of the hardest fights ever. And I have played tons of Souls games, and like, this dude was fucking ridiculous, this final boss. And then there's 2 sets of final bosses. You have this dude's set of final bosses, then you have this dude's set of final bosses, and they were all incredibly difficult. Very, very difficult. So I have a huge con with this game in the unbalanced difficulty level of the final few chapters. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. And the only way I can recommend this game now is that you do your research. You, at least, hopefully you listen to this podcast, you haven't played the game yet, and you plan on playing it. Now you know this information, and you won't have to go through the hell that I went through to beat this game, and you can just do it. So make sure you're level 53 at least to beat the final boss, and you'll be just fine. He was easy peasy at level 53. I had no problems with it. I kicked the shit out of him. It was awesome. So there we go, everybody. Let's wrap this up. Let's go through the cons and the pros of the game. We'll give it a score, and we'll send you on your way. So the cons, the combat can get repetitive, especially if you're not changing classes a lot like I was. So it can get a little repetitive at times, and the combat itself can just get a little grindy. Like, there's a lot of fighting in this game. There's a lot of it. And like I said, a lot of it is avoidable. You can go around a lot of fights, but there's a lot of fights that are not avoidable, and you're just going to be doing some fights that you don't want to sometimes. So the combat can get a little tedious. Lots of long dialogue scenes. So if you don't like a lot of talking and long dialogue scenes, this may not be the game for you, because there's a ton of them. We're talking 20, 30-minute long cutscenes of just dialogue, just 2 people sitting on a couch talking to each other, nothing else happening, very dry, very boring, not the best storytelling in the game. I will admit I was not enthralled with the story like I was the first game. I didn't really give a shit about the story in this game. All I cared about was Ichiban getting to his mom and being happy. That's all I cared about. All the other shit that was going on, the corrupted fucking groups and all that shit, I could care less. Don't care. They did not do a good job at making it interesting. There's just too many of these really long dialogue cutscenes that just were not interesting, and they were boring and just not good. So a lot of that. And of course, the brutally unbalanced final chapters of this game, where the difficulty just gets cranked up for no reason. And this is a theme. This is not the first time they've done this. It happened in Yakuza 0. It happened in Yakuza Kiwami 1. I can't remember if it happened in Like a Dragon. I don't think so. But these games, for some reason, these Yakuza games, just crank up the difficulty to 11 when it gets to endgame. They want you to earn that final trophy or achievement or whatever. They want you to earn it. And by golly, did I ever earn it. All right, that's all the cons. The pros: building bonds with the party members is awesome. The character development is great. Voice acting is amazing. Soundtrack is amazing. A beautiful world to explore. Beautiful Hawaii. Beautiful Japan. Lots to do. So much to do, in fact. There's so much to do. You got the resort builder, Pokemon battles. You got the main quest, the side missions, the mini games. There's just so much to do in this game. It's a lot of fun. The graphics were great. Yeah. Even with that terrible ending, I'm giving this game an 8.5 out of 10. If it stuck the landing and didn't fuck me around with the ending, this would have easily been a 9, maybe a 9.5. Maybe. But it loses major points for that broken final chapter, and so 8.5 is the best I can do. I think I'm being a little bit generous because that ending was really, really bad. Like, really, really, really bad. But I got through it. I grinded my way through, and I did it. So I'm happy. There we go, everybody. Hopefully, maybe I convinced you, tickled your pickle a little bit to get into these games. Now, they're not easy. They're not perfect, but there's something special about these games. There's something special. The characters, the development, the soundtrack, the world building, very good. Very, very top notch. And so I can't recommend it all the way, but if it sounds interesting to you, I recommend you go with Like a Dragon, first game. See if you like it. Take all my information from this episode. If you want to play Infinite Wealth, go right ahead, but just be aware that the ending is bullshit and be ready for it. There you go. And then if you want to get into the other Yakuza, I recommend Yakuza 0. Get into 0, then work your way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and go on as far as you want to go. I don't really see myself going all the way with the Yakuza games, like all the way to 6. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how many Kiwames they're going to make. I'm just going to play all the Kiwame games and work my way from there and see what happens. But it's a great franchise. There's tons of games. They keep releasing them, and they seem to have just hit their stride now. They've been around since 2005, I think, was the first Yakuza game. And this Infinite Wealth game is the highest rated game of all the games they released. It has like an 88, 89 on Metacritic, which is very good. That's an amazing video game. And I think this is borderline and it would be amazing if the ending didn't suck, but I agree. I think this is probably the best one in the franchise, that or Yakuza 0. It depends what you want to play. Like, one's a beat 'em up, one's an RPG. It's kind of hard to compare the two, but it depends what you want to play. You want to play beat 'em up, you want to play RPG. I prefer the RPG style, but I really enjoy the beat 'em up as well. So that's my recommendation. Go for Like a Dragon and Yakuza 0. Get into this franchise. Go meet Kiryu. Go meet Ichiban. They're the best characters. And there we go, everybody. Another episode down. Thank you so much for listening. And in terms of the other episodes we got going on, we got... what else? What do I have right now? I got more sequels I want. We got Pocopia. We got more indies and stuff like that I'll be doing. I gotta play some indie games. Yeah, man, there's gonna be stuff. I'm asking now. We're getting very close to episode 200. So I need an idea for episode 200. Episode 100, I did my top 25 favorite video games of all time. Now, I could do that again, revisit it, because it's been like 2 years, and there would definitely be some movement there. There would be some shifting. There would be some new games on that list. I could do that again, or something else. I have thought of a 4-part series where I count down my top 100 games. That would be a 4-part series with 25 games per episode. I've thought about that, but I haven't even started that list yet. I don't know how long that would take me to do. That would take quite a lot of critical thinking, so maybe I can do that, but give me your suggestions. Let me know what should I do for episode 200. Not a lot of podcasts make it to episode fucking 10. Here I am. I'm almost at 200, and I'm still going. So I want to do something special for 200. So give me some suggestions, and I would thank you for that. And thank you so much for listening. You're the best. You want to be even more of the best, make sure you're reviewing and sharing the podcast around with a few friends, maybe an enemy. Why not? And please go check out my YouTube channel, GamerGX Videos. The link is in the description. I've been uploading videos of my cats over there like crazy, and it's been really awesome. I've been gaining subscribers like crazy. I got like 100 subscribers over the last like 10 days because of the cats. So fuck yeah, cats are awesome. I love my cats, so I've been posting them online. Go over there and check it out, and we'll be back again with some mouth. GX Cluster.